Welcome to Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars Execution. My name is Joe Dombrowski. Let's get right to the action. Jimmy Lyon is in the ring right now.
High-paid deathmatch.
This big 350 to 400 pounder, Stockade, has been closely aligned in the past with the likes of Matthew Tremont, G. Raver, among others. Stockade, a very dangerous man and a lot of mass. He's difficult to move. He is certainly difficult to get inside the head of. He is very measured and very powerful in everything he does. Bell sounds and we are underway. I believe it's the first time we've seen Jimmy Lyon here in Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars, and he draws a very, very difficult opponent his first time out of the chute. And obviously Lyon loves to have a good time and is in a good mood here, but if you come into Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars taking anybody lightly, you got a shot in that time. If you take anybody lightly, I think you're going to pay for it, but check this out. Sideline head scissors takes Stockade to the outside. Jimmy mounting some momentum, and never mind. Hard shot caught him coming through the ropes. And Stockade, I think, felt a little bit embarrassed, a little bit upset in the early going by the nature of this matchup. And Stockade is going to teach Jimmy a lesson here. Who goes skull first into the side of the building, and then some kind of heavy duffel bag of some sort. I hope that's Stockade's bag. I'm not sure. Either way, it became an offensive weapon. Now, we are close confines here in this particular building, a dojo-like atmosphere. And Stockade letting some fans get their shots in. Look out. Welcome to Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars. Jimmy Lyon. You could feel the breath seeping out of the chest, out of the mouth of Jimmy Lyon with the impact of that shot. And this could turn into a massacre before anything else happens if Stockade has anything to say about it. Jimmy sent back into the ring, and we'll see what Stockade follows through with. Stockade, is that a fork, perhaps? Digging into the skull, whatever it is, didn't feel good, quite obviously. Double underhook suplex. Shades of Dory Funk Jr. here on Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars. There's a cover. Stockade hooked the leg, but could not put him away. I'll give Lyon credit for guts, gumption, perseverance, resiliency for wanting to continue a fight with Stockade, and no commentary necessary about the target of that shot way downstairs on Stockade, and Jimmy's got it open. That's Lyon's turn to dig into the skull of Stockade. Not sure what Lyon was tossing out to the people. I don't think they appreciated it, whatever it was. It's Lyon again, just headbutting that object, I believe, into the skull of Stockade. And grounding the big man, controlling the big man. raking and wrenching away at the big man, not letting him use his height, not letting him use his size, not letting him use his mass. These dojo attendees. That didn't work out at all. Jimmy tried to get a big knife edge in there. That one wasn't much better. One more? Nothing to do. What do you think he's going to do, Jimmy? Let you chop him all day and just stand there? But Stockade got it in the eye. Stockade, contact made right with the left eye, and he's having major vision problems now. Will Jimmy be able to capitalize? Second turnbuckle on the inside. Will Jimmy capitalize here? Nobody there on the leg drop. Guy landed on his own tailbone. Stockade an opportunity. He's been opened up, but he's still going to fight. Hard left takes him down. Oh. And Stockade just need Jimmy Lionheart to sticking something in his mouth. Uranagi suplex. I'm not sure if that's glass or what it is, but nearly beat him. Does not appear to have come prepared with whether it's glass or whatever other kind of foreign substance attached to the wrist tape. And the fist tape is now. Jimmy turns that around and digs into the skull of Stockade.
I've never seen a bigger group of goddamn losers in my life.
You tell these Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars fans are not going to tolerate being talked down to like that. Boot straight to the skull. Can Jimmy put him away? For something here. He's left the ring area. Oh my. Found a bundle of light tubes. Will this be the beginning of the end for Stockade? Positioning them perfectly in the center of the ring. Will this be all now? DDT coming up. No! A counter. Back fist, and look out. Power bomb. Good grief, through the glass. Kiss it goodbye. You are taking a close look right now at Dave CRIST, one of the charter members of OI4K. Ohio is for Killers. In the ring, his representation, JT Davidson. And JT Davidson running his mouth and introducing Dave CRIST as only he can. Dave CRIST is accompanied to the ring by Zachary Wentz, one of the young men studying under Dave CRIST in Dave's hometown of Dayton, Ohio. Talk about somebody that's good. Somebody that's better than good. That's both these athletes. David STARR. And you can see that there are heated issues between David STARR and Dave CRIST that predate this encounter. But there will be no disqualification. Look at that. Look at this. David STARR being jumped from behind. No disqualification, falls count anywhere as Dave CRIST had some backup waiting in the wings. Ouch. Will it deter David STARR going onward here? STARR sends CRIST across the floor here into the big side guardrails. And CRIST firing back in kind. And you can just hear the impact of body and bone on steel. You can hear it even more. Both these men are incredibly talented athletes. They can go bell to bell any style, but this is more about a fight. And Dave CRIST has already proven between JT Davidson, Zachary Wentz, I believe that was Brittany Blake. Oh, God! Dave CRIST could not prepare for what took place on that exchange. Head over heels, back first on the steel chair, and David STARR is looking for perhaps an equalizer. David STARR has found a solid steel guardrail. Under a normal wrestling match, I would talk right now about David STARR's amateur background, his success all over the world, but that doesn't matter here. CRIST kicks the guardrail right to the sternum of David STARR. And this is one of the most evenly matched rivalries anywhere in sports over the past several years. These men have met. These men have made history before. They competed in a match once upon a time, went 104 minutes. And with the brutality we've seen in this matchup, I don't think it'll take that long to determine a winner here, but it could go either way. It's a pick'em. And David STARR waiting in the wing. The thrust kick. Dave CRIST is Dave. Every strike, every bit of contact. Getting the most out of everything. And you can see the pain all over the body of David STARR. Dave CRIST with the upper hand at the moment. Hopefully those strikes are hurting their hands on the impact as well. In the unprotected aisleway. No! Dave CRIST dropped chest first on a chair. And Zachary Wentz bailing out his mentor. Again, no disqualification. This is as legal as anything. And Zachary Wentz hits Brittany strike. Wentz is a very adept striker. He can do a lot of damage with his knees. And Wentz taking this opportunity with his mentor hurt, to neutralize STARR and give Dave CRIST an opportunity to get back into this matchup. Dave CRIST was victorious in that 104-minute matchup I spoke of a few moments ago, but he is in dire danger of coming out on the losing end here if he can't adjust. Oh! There's a hell of an adjustment, the super kick into the skull of David STARR. And STARR, no shortage of an ego in his own right. He'll proudly refer to himself as cream in your coffee and your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. He's got a dozen different nicknames, but none of those matter at this point because it's all about survival. And here in a Wrestling Bloodiest Wars arena, no matter what your background is, no matter how you prepared, it's an old adage, everybody's got a strategy to get punched in the face. Well, I think everybody's got a strategy to get a chair kicked in your face. And Dave CRIST is trying to navigate that table. These are heavy reinforced tables. These are not flimsy contraptions here. These are meant to withstand a lot of punishment. And CRIST had a little trouble negotiating that for a moment based on the damage that had been done to him. He's probably having trouble breathing, probably can't think straight. But Dave CRIST now finds himself perched high above with David STARR underneath. STARR adjusts and Dave CRIST, small on the back, kidneys first into the guardrail. You can see no give on that rail. Dave CRIST's body bounced awkwardly with a sickening thud, and David STARR gonna fly with a suicide dive. Oh, you always gotta be prepared for everything. On Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars, David STARR taking the battle like a projectile, like a missile into these people. You can tell David STARR's taking a lot out of himself as well. Our camera's doing our best to follow this. Or excuse me, Dave CRIST that was. As Zachary Wentz was checking on him. I think CRIST was trying to just get away, to create an opening, to create a breather. There's a cover, false count anywhere, no disqualification. And Dave CRIST rebounds. Zachary Wentz following the battle all over this building, and we are packed with fans here tonight. A much anticipated battle. STARR with a knife edge chop, and CRIST back with one of his own. This is physical. Oh, and Zachary Wentz went to get involved. David STARR, hip to this game by now. Let's get Wentz out of here. They were in the back of this building by now. There was no protection anywhere around them. And Wentz suplexed on that hard floor. This is like a deck hockey ring. There's no padding. And Zachary Wentz just got thrown outside. And David starts locking the door. That's the emergency exit. That leads right into the parking lot. And David STARR has neutralized the biggest nuisance in this matchup. David STARR. No stranger to the spotlight, but the time it took David STARR to get rid of Zachary Wentz wasn't enough for Dave CRIST to rebound. David STARR maybe feeling that same suspicion I am, and he's just going to ram Dave CRIST head and body into these hockey boards. CRIST may have had his neck jarred on that impact. He is in a great deal of pain right now. Over the trash can, and Dave CRIST is wearing a trash can. Oh, and it may have been a mistake for CRIST to take that trash can off his head. because Starr got an unprotected shot right into the side of the jaw. I'm not sure if David Starr is my favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, but he's the favorite wrestler of this jam-packed crowd here tonight, who is watching an absolutely wild altercation. Security and staff scrambling to keep everybody as safe as possible. Saw Chris send it to one of our production tables. We're back by the tech here. There are thousands of dollars of equipment near where these men are fighting. This keeps getting more and more dangerous. CRIST is on the, well, wait a second. That is the scaffolding that our stationary camera is on, and David Starr is climbing the scaffolding. That scaffolding is 6 or 7 feet off the ground. Again, there's no padding, there's a table below. Dave CRIST is now giving chase. Oh, no. Side Russian leg sweep. The table absolutely implodes underneath the body weight and the impact of these men. And the force of that impact absolutely shattered the legs of that table. You can see Dave CRIST is woozy, he's delirious, he's just covered in dirt, grime, and bruises and red marks. JT Davidson has never seen a client like this before. David Starr is out of it. This rivalry that was born by competition and just excellent back and forth battles between these athletes has just gotten absolutely ugly and nasty, and no better place for it to happen than here in wrestling's Bloodiest Wars. Dave CRIST and David Starr back over the guardrail. But I question what either man is capable of now. Do both men have the same idea? David Starr, with that handful of skewers, barbecue skewers, I think Dave CRIST has the same thing. And now I struggle for who will puncture who first. And it looks like Starr has penetrated the scalp of Dave CRIST. As this rivalry has hit its next level. The realization that CRIST has now, oh no, Dave CRIST retaliates. The dozens of puncture wounds in the skull of both these men. They are embedded deep. Oh no! And Dave CRIST spikes David Starr in his head, driving those skewers in further. Starr's lacerated and nearly defeated. Dave CRIST with a very near fall. Looks like Dave CRIST got his skewers wedged in deeper than Starr did. That DDT in the end certainly did a lot to help matters for Dave CRIST as well. Dave CRIST has drawn more blood than David Starr has. Starr in a bad way. Look out. Oh, CRIST went double spring. But it looked like David Starr tripped up Dave CRIST, and Dave landed hard on the knee. Dave CRIST's knee on David Starr, like the proverbial shark sensing blood, Since Dave CRIST awkward landing, he goes right to it. And Dave CRIST is struggling. He is fighting with everything he has to get out of the grasp of David STARR because he knows the competitor David STARR is. He knows the amateur background, the ground game that David STARR possesses. He can do some severe damage here. David STARR, almost an inverted deathlock sharpshooter, call it whatever you want. Trying to fish hook CRIST as well. And you can see all the pressure is being put on the way the knee is being wrenched of Dave CRIST. Well, that's JT Davidson. Davidson with a chair from behind. For the second time in this matchup, the third time if you count the aisleway at the outset, Dave CRIST is being bailed out here. And JT Davidson is more than just a mouthpiece. He's more than just a talker. This guy can be dangerous as well. And David STARR just got drilled with a spine buster. Davidson is willing on Dave CRIST. Or perhaps willing on himself. He's not done. I think David STARR says he's done. Davidson, nowhere to go from here that's going to feel good. Through the table. Another distraction eliminated. David STARR has thrown Wentz into the parking lot, obliterated JT Davidson. And through it all, Dave CRIST continues to struggle, and you gotta wonder if there's long-term damage to the knee, and what does David STARR have now? A bucket of some sort, but the bucket's not the story. It's the contents therein, as you see the blood over top of the hairline and behind the hairline of CRIST from those skewers. But the knee's the story, oh my. David STARR with several hundred thumbtacks. And downstairs on STARR. Oh no! Dave CRIST wipes out Brittany Blake. David STARR went for the hesitation German suplex. Dave CRIST counters. Oh, he's got the feeling back in the knee and hits the cutter. David STARR has been drilled. Did he hit the tags? I'm not sure. But either way, he's able to kick out. David STARR in so much pain, you can sense the appreciation of these fans. Oh, STARR he's got thumbtacks in his hands and just throughout his body. He didn't land flush into the tacks, but you can see Dave CRIST with tacks in his back as well. Those tacks are all over the ring and embedded all over these men's bodies. David STARR is quivering in pain. Chair to the back. I think CRIST was aiming that chair for. There's already several thumbtacks attached to STARR. The official trying to help STARR pull these out of his body. Oh, you can see how deeply they're wedged in, the cuts they're leaving behind. And meanwhile, CRIST with an evil contraption all his own. David STARR's thumbtacks are absolutely coming back to haunt him as Dave CRIST pours probably at least 100 of those tacks onto 4 wide open solid steel chairs. In his mouth? Are you serious? A moment of defiance and pain and spitting them into the face and shoving them down the throat of David Starr. He could swallow those things. Oh my God. Imagine those thumbtacks just piercing the inside of his mouth, going down his throat, on his tongue. This is sadistic. Is Dave Crist gonna hit that springboard cutter once again with a knee hold up? Oh. Dave Crist took a moment to get his footing, and that was all David Starr needed. David Starr begins the slow ascension. Crist's back is to his own sick contraption. Elbows free. Attempting that cutter again. David Starr knows that could be it. Doing everything he can to fight out of things. Here we go. A German suplex. There, Crist gets planted. This will do it. David Starr victorious. You can see the landing of Dave Crist right on the back of his head and neck. And David Starr, the world travel, the double tough, the man that is not usually in his element in a wrestling's Bloodiest Wars environment. David Starr braved the elements. If you want to do the math, altogether it was 4-on-1 against this man. But David Starr still found a way. Bloodied, battered, and with thumbtacks stuck all around in his body, David Starr was able to find a way to survive OI 4K. And David Starr has earned the respect, earned the adulation of these people. This is a battle neither man will forget anytime soon. They have fought in various locations. They have fought for longer than this matchup went, but never in a more brutal and taxing environment as on this program. And through the battle appears to have come respect. David Starr will walk out just barely, but walk out a victorious man. You see the sacrifice. You see what these men were sentenced to here on sentencing day. It's part of wrestling's Bloodiest War. Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars brings you one of the most physically imposing athletes on our roster. Talking about the big scare Dan O'Hare. You might know him as one half of the Storm of Entrails, along with his partner Schlack, who I'm not even sure is really human if we're being completely honest with you here. You can hear the reaction for the big scare Dan O'Hare and the fans that he has accumulated. As his opposition is Kit Osborne, and Kit Osborne is an individual who a lot of people never expected to see in an environment like this, never expected to embrace the deathmatch mantra, the deathmatch mentality, but in recent times, he's stepped up whenever an opportunity's become available, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's indifferent, whether it's what he wanted or otherwise. He feels he should make the most of everything, and we've seen Kit sacrifice himself physically in ways that was not expected before. And he's facing a man nearly twice his size. You can see the size discrepancy as Kit tries to elevate Dan O'Hare. Now drop him. Couldn't pick him up. You could take him down. Maybe head first into the thumbtacks that are staying in the corner there. But O'Hare with some thumbtacks to the face and skull of Kit Osbourne to turn things around. Been standoffish one time. Osbourne showing no fear.
Come on, Mr. You know my initials are? K.O.
And again, from a young kid, he has studied in this type of environment.
No, knockout.
But this may be a little much. More guts than brains, perhaps?
Does he? Doubt it. Huh? What? Come on, Cesar. What do you guys think?
One shot and good night. Not the longest sit-down fist duel I've seen, but maybe on average per punch the most painful. Big scare, Dan O'Hare showing why he lives up to his names. Big scare offering Kit his shot too.
Come on, kid.
See what he can do. Now, often your opponent gives you one free punch, but this may just anger Dan O'Hare more.
Round two.
Round two. Oh, Kit Osbourne outsmarts O'Hare. Knew he was fighting a losing battle with those punches, but the thrust kick sends Dan O'Hare spiraling to the canvas. O'Hare sat down on top of that chair. Osbourne got caught in a very precarious position. O'Hare's going to have the power advantage here. Looks like he's getting in a more advantageous position, at least for a moment. Kid is countering. Kid's doing whatever he can to make something happen here. Hurricane Run O'Hare! Oh, the lower back caught right on the edge of that chair as he came down. Fighting for everything he has here. Outmatched, outsized, outexperienced, but Kit Osbourne showing no fear, spitting into the face of defiance. Well, that may be noble to some. O'Hare, I think, is a little bit ticked off. Powerbomb, Kit counters. Can Kit make something happen here? Monkey flip, O'Hare into the tax! Small the back and the backside first into the thousands and thousands of thumbtacks that await. Record into a twisting enziguri kick. O'Hare down to his knees, but not all the way down. And Kit stomps the top of the head into the tacks. They're sticking out of the skull. This could do it. Oh, Osbourne nearly had a huge upset. That could have changed the direction of wrestling's bloodiest war moving forward. Had Kit Osbourne been effective, had Kit Osbourne been victorious, but it's still not a lost cause. This kid has a chance. Series of strikes. Oh my God. Oh! Big scare made it look effortless. All the torque on that tilt-a-whirl slam. And the big scare from way up high, the elbow pad's gone. Elbow drop, nobody there! Bear elbow into the text. O'Hare is struggling. And Kit fighting with everything he has at this point. Punches, forearms, uppercuts, open hands. O'Hare is dazed but knocked down, and that Michinoku driver is gonna do it. Physically imposing nature is the name of the game, and the winning formula for one half of Storm of Entrails. The big scare, Dan O'Hare. I will give it up. Kit Osbourne, the effort he put forth, despite being outsized, but big scare lives up to his namesake. Near 300 pounds of a deathmatch warrior from the mean streets of suburban Cleveland, Ohio, Rickey Shane Page. He is a man who can inflict maybe more damage on you than anybody else and do it with a smile on his face. A lot of times you see the competitors in wrestling's bloodiest wars are very angry, they're very focused, they're very determined. You have to get yourself into a certain zone. You have to get yourself into a certain mentality to be able to withstand a lot of what happens on these events. Rickey Shane Page doesn't do any of that. He's out here having a good time. And the defending world champion in this matchup is Father Matthew Tremont, the bulldozer himself. Matt Tremont, a similar size to Rickey Shane Page. Similar experience in the deathmatch realm. And these guys are both crazy. They just wear it a slightly different way from the other. The esteemed Emily J. with the ring introduction. My name is Joe Dombrowski for Wrestling's Bloodiest War. And that is the World Championship at stake. It should be noted that even though the title at stake, CZW World Championship, usually their events are based on the East Coast. This matchup is taking place in the state of Ohio, which gives Rickey Shane Page a bit of a hometown advantage. Even though it's not in Sandusky or Cleveland or any of the places Rickey is called home, it is in Dayton. Where in the world are they going? They've already left the ring. And it looks like they have the same idea in mind. I guess one of them brought some weapons and the other tried to cut the initial party off. I'm not sure how exactly that shakes out, but Matt Tremont, the bulldozer himself, the most decorated deathmatch wrestler in the history of this company, he's won every major deathmatch tournament there is, and Rickey Shane Page a crutch to the throat of Matt Tremont. And Rickey Shane Page, who has no slouch in his own right in-depth match tournaments. I believe he's got a couple under his belt victory-wise. Not the half dozen or so that Tremont does. But if you don't think Ricky Shane Page is top-notch competition for Matt Tremont, you got another thing coming. Quick to the foot once again. Ooh. And again, Ricky Shane Page taking advantage of the home state crowd, as Tremont is punch drunk at this point in time. Raucous crowd, always full of energy, expecting the unexpected, as Tremont gains control of the baking sheet or whatever the heck it was. Ricky's skull is indented in it now, and now ribs first into the guardrail, and Ricky, I think Tremont caught Ricky flush there as far as the rib cage colliding into the rail. I'm not sure what that was, but whatever it was, it's not functioning anymore. And Tremont is just setting up shop. Ready to do business. Is that a lightsaber? Well, Tremont, he was in that deep, he tried to use it, but man, the crutch broken across the body of Matt Tremont. Wiffle ball bat, I believe there are thumbtacks glued to that bat that is rocking Tremont, who is daring. Page for more, and Page connects. Something metal into the skull for two. That's a mark of Matt Tremont, just to tear his opponent, to hit him harder, hit him more often. Not the smartest strategy. It's ballsy, it's brazen, it's Matt Tremont in a nutshell. Oh man, Page hit high and hard into that ladder. Almost went spilling over to the outside. Tremont with is that a staple gun? Well, you don't want to get the popular opinion here. You want to win this match. That'll help. Right to the side of the face by the looks of things. Tremont giving Ricky Shane Page some souvenirs. Tremont has stapled something to Page's body. I hope we can get a shot of what that was. DDT for two. Man. Tremont. Page is to his feet already. And a Steve. Oh, what a counter! Back body drop and the ladder completely crumbles. Page the cover, got it? No. Yeah, that ladder completely failed and collapsed under the impact of Matt Tremont. Page done selected specific weapons, he's going to fill the whole shopping cart in. Legos? Hey, you ever step on one of those things in the middle of the night? Just imagine landing on the whole pile. Paige is going to let Tremont know what it feels like. No! Tremont drops Paige, but they both land on the Legos. Tremont the cover. And then it's hard plastic. They can just embed and dig into your flesh. It's got those little grooves and bumps on them too. It's just so unpleasant. There's no other way to describe it, guys. Just step on a Lego. We got thumbtacks in the ring from earlier. We got Legos. A little bit of everything. Breaks on. Elbow to Paige. And what looked to be the edge of the trash can lid. Right to the side of the face. Babyface assassin. Paige may be seriously hurt. He was caught off guard by that. They caught him in the eye. Paige could be having vision impairment issues as Tremont rules the roost in the center of the ring. And, oh gosh. Paige went charging in with a kendo stick. Tremont had one of his own. We're at a stalemate so far. Up kick. Second time got Tremont down. Will this be all? Near fall situation. Tremont, a guy like Tremont has been through so many of these matches in a tournament environment. You have to wrestle 2-3 times in one night, sometimes more. You gotta ask yourself, what do I have to do to keep this man down? Maybe what's going through Ricky Shane Page's mind at this moment. Next counter. Tremont got a driver. Got it. No safe place to land either. 2 count only. I mean, the ring itself hurts, but we got thumbtacks and Legos, and Paige narrowly missed that shopping cart. I think Tremont had a little bit more wherewithal. Could have dropped him on that cart. I think the kendo stick shot. Still have Tremont a little bit dazed. Cracks going on, flashes. So intense, they tell the story better than I could. And Paige with a twist of fate on a shopping cart. There's a new one. And Ricky gonna climb here. Oh, Tremont. Cutting Ricky off at the pass. Superplex on the shopping cart. Good grief. That Tremont wins. Thank you for joining us as part of Wrestling's Bloodiest Wars Execution. We'll see you next time.